Hey guys,
Stampy
welcome back to another video. This is Stampy and time to watch Stampy!
Welcome back to How to Minecraft. In this series, I am going to be talking through the basics of how to play Minecraft. So if you already know, you might find these videos a little bit boring, but don't worry, they won't be replacing any of my other videos. And if you don't yet know how to play Minecraft, this should be very useful. Survive your first night. I told you how to just survive in general, how to get food and how to not get killed by the googlies. And I've also taught you how to mine and craft. And bear in mind, there's a lot of things in the jungle. You might want to live near a waterfall, so look around and find terrain that you like. What I recommend doing for your first house is finding somewhere flat. And here is actually very convenient because what you're going to end up doing is building a house which is going to at first be very small, and then eventually you're going to want to make it bigger. And if you're living right next to a big mountain, you're going to have to get rid of the mountain and you're going to spend all of your time terraforming. So whenever I'm looking for a good place to build a house, I'm normally looking for either just something that looks cool or a nice big flat area like this. And so once you've decided your area, I think I want to build here, you want to prepare the land, you want to make it flat so you can start building, and unless you want to build on a hill, it's up to you. So you either want to start filling in any gaps or digging away any hills. Also, any trees or anything, it's worth getting rid of them. So remember, cut them down with an axe, and then once all the wood is gone, the leaves will start gradually disappearing. And so I now know I want to build here, I have plenty of room, I now need to think about what materials do I want to build out of. And there are many options. The two most popular things, especially when you're starting out, is building out of wood and stone. Because we went on a massive mining trip, I have loads and loads of cobblestone. And so if I run back to my house, I can actually put that in the furnace and it will smelt it to make it into smooth stone. I can then make the smooth stone into stone bricks, which looks quite nice. And another big thing that people build out of is wood. And wood's good because every block of wood you cut down, you get 3 wooden planks. And there's quite a good variety of different types of wood as well. So that's always a very popular material. So I'm going to put a whole stack of cobblestone smelting in here. And I am also going to put some sand in here as well. And when you smelt sand, it makes it into glass. And you can make glass into glass panes, which makes it very effective for windows. So what I recommend doing before going gun-ho into just placing blocks and building, really spend some time thinking about what you want your house to look like. Think about the materials. What I even sometimes do is actually draw it. I actually draw like a blueprint of my house. Because you're going to be building out of blocks, you could maybe use lined paper and very easily start working out what you want your house to look like. But if you don't want to do that, don't worry, that is not necessary. It's more when you get a little bit more advanced, you want to start thinking more in depth. So I'm going to build my house out of wood. I'm going to build a nice wooden hut. And there's also a few different choices I have even when I'm building out of wood. I could, if I wanted, build out of wood blocks. And if I place a wood block like this, you can see it looks just like a tree. But if I place it on the side of the block, it will go horizontal like a log. I could also do it out of planks. I can make the wood into planks, and this way I get 4 planks for every normal block, and it will look like this. Also, there are different types of wood that comes from different trees. All of this wood has come from oak trees, but I also got a few other saplings that I gathered before the video for different types of trees. For example, this is a birch sapling, and if I grow this, I think I can make some bone meal here. This is going to make a birch tree. And as you will see, it's got a very different type of wood and also makes a different type of wooden plank. It makes a much paler blue. There's also spruce saplings, and these make spruce trees. And these are very dark, and these ones are normally found in snowy areas. You normally get these. Birch are all over the place, but they're not quite as common as oak. And then there are also jungle saplings as well, and this is a jungle sapling here, and these normally make much bigger trees. If you put 4 of them together, it would make a huge tree, and these are of course found in jungles, and there is a jungle literally just over there, which is how I got this sapling. And this, once again, has a different type of wood and makes a different type of plank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use a combination of all of them, but I also want to make sure that I actually completely get rid of it all. And so I'm just going to pile up with a little bit of dirt and just go and gather that last block. But because there's more of it around the place, I think I'm going to build most of it out of oak planks, because that's probably the easiest thing to get straight away, because I have quite a lot of it all over the place. So let's start placing some walls then. It's going to be just me living in it, So I'm going to have quite a small, modest house to begin with. So let me go and get rid of these 2 blocks, and I go and make all of this wood into wooden planks. And you can see that I've already got over a stack. And when I say a stack, by the way, that's most items stacked to 64. And so when you have a stack, that means you have 64 of an item, and then if I got any more, it would have to start a new stack. And so let me go and just start building the bottom of my house. As I said, it's going to be very simple. I'm going to build it out to about here, and then go back in this way, and got rid of all of the mushrooms there, and start building in this direction. And when you're building very small on the ground, it's very simple. So as I said, all you do is you look onto the edge of another block, you see the little black outline, then you press the left trigger, and then the block will be placed. You can't just place blocks in the mid-air. You can't just place them floating. They need to be placed against another block, which means when you're building up high, you often have to be doing scaffolding. And so at the moment, because I can just build up, I can just go and do it gradually like this. But say if I wanted to build up something that was really high in the sky, or if I wanted to build...
Come on, wait. Come on, baby, wait. That's what she did. Come on, be the baby inside the...
under another block, I'd have to start building scaffolding. And by scaffolding, I basically mean using any other block to try and pile up, and then you might build along a little bit just so you can reach hard to reach places. So whenever building, or just in general, it's always good to have a stack of dirt with you. But another useful tip when doing scaffolding is that if you're building straight up, is actually using sand. You may remember that I told you that some blocks have gravity, and that is gravel and sand mainly, as well as a few other items like TNT, and I think there might be a few more on PC. So I can have the wood, like they're a bit ready, kind of like they've had jam spread all over them. And I got some spruce wood down here. Let me make this into spruce planks. I got 32 of them, which should be enough for me to build along here. So this is a bit of a weird, not particularly elegant design, but it looks okay.